P. A person who calculates the years and declares the leap year or fixes day of a new month in diaspora. So commentary. In Bracha 63a relates that Ishayahu in 2:3, it says, out of Zion will come the Holy Torah. Implies that the above decision must maybe in Eretz Israel. Zion is Eretz Israel, and some say it's Beis Hamikdash, and some say it's not. Sometimes it refers to Beis Hamikdash itself. Sometimes it refers to Yerushalayim. Sometimes it refers to the Temple Mount. Right, but for sure it is in Yerushalayim, right? But sometimes it's actually the whole Eretz Israel. And prescribes this punishment for someone who makes them in diaspora. So in diaspora, many things that we cannot do, right? So only in Eretz Israel. Continue. A person, so he's trying to calculate the years. So for those who do not know, like in olden days, we would announce every beginning of the month separately. So it was announced by the Jewish court in Yerushalayim. The witnesses would come, they testify that we saw moon. They would say, how did you see moon? They say it was looked like this and like that, and this side, on that side, like that side of the sky, this side, like low, high, whatever they would describe the moon. And based on the testimony of witnesses, the court, the Beis Din would declare the date. So this person declared to pronounce additional months on his own, right, in diaspora. That's that's the reason to be placed on ban. Next one is Q. A person who causes a blind, there is a morally unaware, to stumble. So let's see. So that's also a huge category. So commentaries say, not the commentary Vayikra 1914, also Sefer Chachinuch Mitzvah Tutorito. Okay, so it says morally unaware. Okay, so commentary. Moed Katan 17a relates that Rabbi Yehuda Hanasi's maidservant issued ban of ostracism. Oh, here we go. She again, right? On a father who physically beat his son after the latter had reached adulthood. So, okay, sometimes you're allowed to discipline your children, but not when they grow up. That's completely forbidden. Where did we learn it? Maybe in Turkey Ovas we learned it. I don't remember exactly the source, right? Because why? Because if you're going to hit this child, so and he's like today teenagers, right? He's 2 times like bigger than you. He might be provoked and he hit you back, right? In this case, like he would be liable for the death penalty, right? Somebody who hits his parents, and even they say, the Torah says, and the parents is wounded and bleeding, but bleeding does not mean like only like you have open wound and there is blood. Even the black and white, right? Black and blue. Black and blue. So like also the sages were like could have put this person to death. Of course, they had to warn him and stuff like that, but theoretically, right? So do not provoke your child, him or her. Girls today also very not like some of them, right? Very aggressive. Okay. So continue. R. A person who prevents many from performing a mitzvah. See Yerushalayim Talmud, Moed Katan, Hilchot Teshuvah. Right. So what would be the example today? I mean, a person, he's a rabbi, and he said, no, you just come to Hanukkah party. And they come to Hanukkah party, and he said, they're all tzaddikim, and nice to see you. and that's it. So in some sense, he prevented them from doing the mitzvah, because why should I do the mitzvah? Because when Rabbi just called me a tzaddik, like if I'm tzaddik, okay, so does he call everybody tzaddik? No, I'm a tzaddik, so I'm good. So in some sense, it's preventing person from doing the mitzvah. Next one, as a butcher who sold the non-kosher meat. And unfortunately, we had this in not so long ago. It's like every few years, you find this person, like they pop up. These butchers who sell not kosher meat, unfortunately. So let's see the commentary. The Kesher Mishnah quotes Sanhedrin 25a as teaching that Rav Nachman administered such a punishment. However, in our text of the Talmud, the passage does not mention ostracism specifically. Okay, so it's very interesting. So, I mean, if this butcher is not a God-fearing person, so he can sell you all kind of meat, and you would not find that, you would not figure out that it's not kosher. You understand? So that's very, very dangerous. So whenever we buy meat, we have to buy from a reliable source, a reliable person. So when I buy, so we try to, even it's a reliable person and everything, everybody's reliable, you're reliable, I'm reliable, but we try to buy the sealed. So whatever he gets from the supplier, with all of the seals, with all the plastic, all of the this, all of that. So we said we're going to take the whole piece, like wholesale. It's cheaper, maybe a little cheap, not so much, but in this case, we know like there is no problem. There is no problem whatsoever. So the way he received, the way he only cuts for us, that's it. Okay. So just to be on a safe side. But if for example, you come to a butcher store and it's something is in a showcase, so how do you know it's kosher? I mean, you assume that that's what he received this morning. He cut in pieces, and this is it. But okay, so it's better be on a safe side. Okay, so continue. T, a butcher who does not inspect his knife in the presence of the scholar. So it's a few things that the butcher must do, and inspect his knife in the presence of the scholar. So there are several laws, so about this knife. So it must be like very sharp, very sharp, right? And if it has like a little bumps, like that's it. So the whole shkita is out. It's garbage. So this cow, I'm not sure how much cow costs. I don't know, maybe $10,000, $5,000. I'm not sure. A lot of $1,000, right? So, and because of this tiny little thing, so the whole cow is garbage. No, not garbage. They're going to sell to non-Jews, maybe to Arabs, but these Arabs and these non-Jews, they know that you Mr. Jew have no choice, right? You cannot eat it, right? We can eat whatever they want, but you cannot eat it. So of course they drive down the prices, and Jew takes losses, of course. I mean, but that's what it is. So this knife is very critical. Like they check the knives like every time. Number 128. Sichulin 18a. In the Hilchot Shchita 126, the Rambam states that this halacha applies even if later the knife was inspected and found to be kosher. So he slaughtered, let's say he forgot to check, and he slaughtered 3 cows, and on the 4th cow, and after he slaughtered the 3rd cow, he realized that he did not check the knives on the first 2. He checked the knives. He said, Baruch Hashem, it's good, but still we put it on the ban because it's so serious. So that's why it is impossible to know if the meat is actually kosher. So how will you know? Because of the little bump on this on this knife, how would you see? You don't even eat that part. You understand? So we will all go by them being God-fearing people, right? The case of Mishnah notes that the leniency is taken in this matter because it has become customary the ritual slaughter to perform only by experts. Right, meaning expert that. So why would he take this knife to a rabbi? meaning to Rabbi, because he's not an expert. Okay, but today they're all experts. Okay, so I guess okay, one more just to turn the page. A person who intentionally causes himself to have an erection. Okay, and it says commentaries say Nida 13b. For by doing so, he leads himself to immodest thoughts at very least, right? And of course, probable wasting seed. Hilchot Yisurei Bia 21:18. Okay, so we can stop here.